Hello guys and welcome back to Always on the Ball. So this is just another general AFL video. So this is in my opinion, the top 10 games of the season. So this is just my opinion. You might have different opinions, but that's okay. So it's just the category selected are based on closeness, if there's comebacks, crowds, what was on the line, all of those sorts of things. And if this does well, I might turn it into a bit of a series like top 10 worst games, top 10 biggest winning margins, top 10 lowest scores, highest scores, all of that stuff. But this we better get into it. So the first one, number 10, is Sydney versus Fremantle, round 16. This was with a crowd of 35,477. So the game Freo started off pretty well, up by 27 points at quarter time, and up by the same at half time. And then up by 12 at three-quarter time, and then Sydney come home late, but Freo held on to win by 1 point, making it Sydney's first loss since round 5, so quite a big upset, especially being at the MCG. Now this was included because of the closeness. It was a very good game and quite a bit of an upset. So the next game, number 9, GWS versus Hawthorn, round 21 at Manuka. Crowd of 13,000 people, so not too bad, but Manuka does get a pretty decent atmosphere when the Giants are doing well. Now, pretty low scoring first quarter, Hawthorn up by 15. And then half-time, Hawthorn extended their lead to about 20 points. And then three-quarter time, it was pretty close to the others, with Hawthorn being up by 28 points. But then GWS come from nowhere, kicked 7 goals in the last quarter to 2 to win by 2 points, 84 to 82. So very good win from GWS. Hawthorn just were really playing well at this point in the season. So quite a good comeback from GWS. Next game, number 8, Essendon v Gold Coast, pretty recent game, around 22 at Marvel. Crowd of 29,041 people. So pretty even first quarter, Gold Coast up by 1 point. Second quarter, Essendon come out on top, 5 goals to 3, up by 11 points. Then pretty close at three-quarter time, Essendon down by 4 points. And it's very close, but in the end, with about 30 seconds to go, Andrew marks it to have a shot after the siren, which he kicks to put Gold Coast up by a point. So the reason why this is on here, atmosphere wasn't great, but obviously after the siren by a point, you can't get much better than that. Number 7 is also another Essendon game at Marvel. Crowd of 36,020 people against Adelaide. Started pretty normal, 20 to 15 at quarter time, Essendon up. Then 4 goals to 9 in the second quarter, Adelaide up by 23 points at half time, and then Essendon kicked 8 goals to 2 to be up by 10 points at three-quarter time, and then the final score, with Josh Rochelle kicking a late goal, Essendon 113, Adelaide 115. Now, this was a very high-scoring game, and a bit of a shootout, very good game. Number 6 on the list. Now, this is from quite early on in the season, round 10, Port Adelaide versus Hawthorn at the Adelaide Oval, with a crowd of 36,190, so pretty decent crowd. Hawthorn start on fire, up by 31 points at half time. Then Port Adelaide bring them back in a bit, 22 points at half time, and then Hawthorn extend their lead a bit to be up by 28 points at three-quarter time. Then Hawthorn look like they're going to do it comfortably, up by 14 points with like a minute or 2 left. Bang! Port Adelaide kick a goal, there's like 30 seconds left. Darcy Byrne-Jones kicks a goal just before the siren to put Port up by a point, so Port win 80-79. The next game is North Melbourne versus Collingwood, round 14 at Marvel Stadium. 38,000 people, so a pretty good crowd at Marvel. North Melbourne come absolutely firing out of the blocks, kicked 8 goals in the first quarter, up 49-14, and then half-time they kick another 6, 86-38. They're up by 31 points. You think, they should win this easy, but we should know Collingwood by now. Collingwood somehow kick 6-1 in the last quarter to win by a point, 118-119. Another very high-scoring match. Number 4, pretty early on in the season. This is Carlton Collingwood, round 8. At the MCG, crowd of 88,000. Can't get much better than this, crowds-wise. Carlton up by 14 points at quarter time. Collingwood then dominate the second quarter, kick 5-1 to be up by 11 points. And then Carlton kick 3-0 to be up by 5 points heading into the final quarter. Scores a level with about a minute to go before Nick Dacos kicks a goal to win the match and sends the Collingwood fans absolutely wild. So, yeah, very good game, especially with the massive crowd as well. So, yeah, definitely deserves a spot on this list. Now we're into the big games. Now, this might be a bit of bias given I'm a Saints fan, but number 3 is Carlton v St Kilda, round 24 at Marvel Stadium. Now, yeah, this is in the last round, only last week as of recording. 43,843 pack into Marvel Stadium on the Sunday afternoon. If the Blues win, they make finals. They'll lose, they'll have to rely on Fremantle. Pretty even first quarter, Saints edge in front, and then St Kilda up by about 10 points at half-time, and then St Kilda up by 9 points. And then here's where things get interesting. Carlton take the lead with not long to go, like in the last 5 minutes or so. Then St Kilda desperately trying to score a goal. Matthias Philippou has a shot with 1 minute to go, misses. Carlton get the ball, St Kilda get it back. Jack Higgins kicks it over his head, snaps to win the game, and St Kilda win by 2 points in one of the best games of the season. Number 2 now, this is a recent game, a massive game. Occasions can't get much bigger than this in AFL. Venue MCG, Collingwood Carlton, crowd of 87, close to 87,000. Pretty even first quarter. It's also Scott Pendlebury's 400th game. 14 apiece. Collingwood take the lead in the second quarter, and they're up by 25 points at 3/4 time. Carlton come back late. Jeremy McGovern has a shot after the siren and misses to give Collingwood the win and keep their finals hopes alive and put the Blues' finals hopes in a bit of doubt. But Collingwood did end up missing finals. And now number 1, this is from a while ago. I think this is definitely the best game of the season. Biggest attended regular season, I think, just beating out Richmond Hawthorn. It's Essendon Collingwood, Anzac Day, round 7, MCG. close to 94,000 people. Essendon have a pretty good first quarter and are up by 19 points. Then Collingwood reeled them in 1 point at half-time. Essendon up, down by 1 point at 3/4 time, and then it's a very close final term, which ends in a draw, which is crazy. Anzac Day draw, everyone did not know what to think. And it was one of quite a few draws throughout the season. But yeah, very interesting, couple of interesting games, and if you have different ideas, put them in the comments. But thanks for watching. If you support this, I might do some other similar videos. If you enjoyed it, like and subscribe, and see you next time.